Hello everyone and thanks for streaming with us in Afghan Voice Agency on June 13th. The Taliban on Saturday warned the international community against leaving foreign troops in the countries to guard their embassies and the country's key commercial airport in Kabul and said if this happens, the forces will be seen as invaders. In a statement issued by the group, the Taliban said the presence of foreign forces under whatever name or by whichever country in our homeland is unacceptable for the Afghan people and the Islamic Emirates. Every inch of Afghan soil is airport and security of foreign embassies and diplomatic offices in the responsibility of the Afghans. Consequently, no one should hold out hope of keeping military or security presence in our country, nor should steps be taken that could strain relations between peoples and countries, read the statement. If anyone does make such a mistake, the Afghan people in the Islamic Emirates shall view them as occupiers and shall take a stance against them as they have taken against invaders throughout history. The responsibility in which case shall also fall on their shoulders. The statement comes amid mounting concern over the safety of foreign embassies and the security of the Hamid Karzai International Airport in Kabul. Already, the Australian embassy in Kabul has closed its doors amid the ongoing troop withdrawal process, and other foreign missions are considering the same. Two blasts targeted minivans carrying civilians into areas in west of Kabul on Saturday afternoon, the Ministry of Interior Affairs said. One of the blasts occurred in the Ashtabarchi area in Kabul's District 13 and another happened after less than 30 minutes near Ali Jinnah Hospital in Kabul's District 6. The ministry said that 7 people were killed in 2 blasts and that the casualties may rise. The blast in Ashtabarchi killed 1 civilian and wounded 4 others, including a woman, the ministry said. Meanwhile, 6 civilians, including a woman, were killed and 1 more was wounded, the ministry added. As official statistics shows, the third wave of COVID-19 is sharply spreading across Afghanistan and the government is struggling to reduce the level of harm coming from the disease. Officials says the decision to put another 2-week ban on nearly half of the educational centers and universities is a precautionary measure to avoid further spread of the disease in the country. Afghanistan Public Health Ministry blames locals for not paying due attention to health instructions. However, many here believe that attempts like this must be associated with other supportive measures by the government in order to convince ordinary people to stay at home. In the meantime, some others suggest that closure of educational centers and universities is not enough and that the government must put a ban on activities of all public sites such as swimming pools, wedding halls, sports clubs, and even religious sites. As observers says, the Afghan government will have a tough task to confront the spread of the third wave of COVID-19 pandemic due to shortage of medical equipment. This comes as despite receiving millions of dollars in aid by regional and international states and bodies. General Mackenzie, the CENTCOM commander, in an interview with the Military Times said that the U.S. will continue to support the Afghan security forces and will keep on putting pressure on adversaries to ensure that they do not attack U.S. from the region. For the past 20 years, the U.S. Central Command has been the busiest of the U.S. military's geographically arrayed headquarters, but even with the end of the American commitment of troops on the ground in Afghanistan, a reduced presence in Iraq, and an overall U.S. shift to countering China and Russia, CENTCOM oversees a restive region that will continue to warrant attention. A Greek court on Saturday sentenced 4 young Afghan asylum seekers accused of starting fire that burned down Europe's largest migrant camp last year to 10 years in prison each. Defense lawyers said that the court found them guilty of intentional arson. The court in Chios found the defendants guilty of arson, while their lawyers denounced a lack of sense of fairness. No one died in the fires. The lawyers told AFP they had immediately filed for an appeal after the sentence was handed down. The young Afghans were taken to the court handcuffed and were expected to return to Avlona jail outside Athens, where they were held before the trial. A reported missile attack targeted a hospital in the city of Afrin near the northwestern Syrian province of Aleppo's border with Turkey, killing 18 people and wounding 33 others. The attack targeted the Al-Shifa hospital in the city on Saturday, Lebanon's El Mayadeen news network said. Citing local medical sources and the Turkish state Reuters news agency has put the death toll at least 13, claiming that the fatalities were caused in two artillery attacks. The first attack struck a residential area while the second hit a hospital shortly afterwards, the agency wrote. Thank you so much for being with us, and until next time.